Unfortunately, police haven't released any new information. We know she was chasing after the wrecker when she was somehow dragged onto Wurzbach Parkway and died.
Walk sign is on to cross General McMullen.
We're at a major intersection close to Roland's home to show you what type of crosswalk he's hoping for. He lives just a third mile away from here and doesn't understand why he can't have one so he can have his independence. Crime Stoppers is still offering up to a $5,000 reward for information leading up to an arrest in De Leon's case. Detectives need witnesses and or suspect names. Reporting live at Public Safety Headquarters, Pilar Arias, KSAT 12 News. The 4x8 trailer could easily be seen from the street, and it was locked up against this pole in the same spot nightly for 8 months. The scene is still very active. We're told the car that rolled over was actually hit by a BMW attempting to get on a Wurzbach Parkway eastbound. Now, the parkway itself is still closed off. So with a 20-to-1 exchange rate, 1 peso is equivalent to 1 U.S. nickel. Dr. Tunstall is expecting the value of the peso to appreciate yet again after the election. Pilar Arias, KSAT 12 News.
Pilar Arias live at the scene with more details. Pilar, kind of a bizarre scene. Anyone hurt?
Fortunately, no. That viewer-provided video we showed you shows the unidentified waiter shooting at what appears to be the ceiling before taking off. Here it is again. Now, people leaving the restaurant this afternoon told me the server allegedly brought out the wrong order and was verbally and physically assaulted by the customers. The now former steakhouse employee then pulled out the handgun and fired the rounds. Little Red Barn Steakhouse has been serving this community for more than 50 years, and they just came out moments ago to give us this statement.
We're grateful that no injuries occurred, and it is important to note that our policy is no weapons are allowed on our premises by employees.
Now, the restaurant was shut down for a couple hours, but they are serving customers yet again. SAPD continues to investigate, and they tell me that both one of the customers and the server may face charges down the road. Reporting live on the southeast side, Pilar Arias, KSAT 12 News. Christine Martinez last heard from her son Matthew Monday night.
And he says, "Mama, you know I love you to death."
The following day, he and 2 others, Pedro Garcia and Anthony Rodriguez, were found with multiple deadly gunshot wounds in this northside apartment.
He didn't want to be here anymore because he just couldn't find a job.
The mother heard the news about her son's death on Facebook.
He was always smiling. He was a busybody. He had many friends.
15 miles away in Pettis, Pedro, or Pete Garcia's family held a bake sale to help pay for funeral expenses. We're told the boys met in middle school.
I want them to find out who did this and why they did it, because they hurt 3 families.
Neither family understands who would want to kill their loved ones.
They were trying to do better, and they just took everything away from them. They took them away from us.
They don't know how bad this family is hurting right now for what they've done to these 3 boys. I just hope that they get what they deserve.
San Antonio police still haven't released any possible suspect details or motive. In the meantime, the families are holding multiple fundraising efforts to help cover funeral expenses. In Beeville, Pilar Arias, KSAT 12 News. McAllister Park is a major Little League destination. Maps show 16 fields in the 976-acre park.
Very important to reiterate at this time.
Last week, members of San Antonio City Council were presented with staff recommendations for the 2017 to 2022 bond program, which included Capital Little League baseball fields at McAllister Park at a cost of $2 million.
For people that have Little League players, that's nice, but for those of us that actually love the trails, that would be really sad.
Those who come to the park, like Dave Pacta, aren't willing to give up green space currently used for biking, hiking, and running.
There's no way that we want to lose this for the public of San Antonio.
Friends of McAllister Park President Laura Matthews is not only urging people to let the Parks and Rec Community Bond Committee know that, but says the park desperately needs funds for other projects.
We do not want the Capital Little League McAllister relocation on the final bond proposal from District 10 to City Council.
A city spokeswoman sent an emailed statement saying, quote, "The current list of projects for the proposed 2017 bond program is a preliminary list, and the public's process to discuss projects goes from now until December, prior to City Council review in January." The first Parks and Rec Community Bond Committee meeting just got underway here at the Central Library. The city created 5 bond committees that are each going to host 5 public meetings, and city staff are encouraging all San Antonio residents to get involved in the 2017 bond conversation. We have a full list of all the meetings already on ksat.com, as well as a response from Capitol Park Little League. Reporting live in downtown, Pilar Arias, KSAT 12 News. Charles' 7-year-old Mariah loves cheerleading, but tonight her family, who traveled from across the state, are the ones cheering for her speedy recovery, while Kerrville police continue looking for who's responsible for shooting her.
She likes to draw and do pictures. She's really, really, really smart.
Isabel Gabarra is proud of her oldest child, Mariah Gilkey. Saturday night, shortly after getting off work, the mother got the terrifying news.
My daughter got shot in the back of the head.
Mariah was riding with her 2 siblings and father at Shriner and Pascal in Kerrville when shots were fired. Shortly after she was injured, her mother was able to tell her to continue fighting for her life before she was flown to University Hospital for treatment.
I could see like where it had hit her, but it was like all bloody and swollen and everything.
Police investigating the shooting are asking for the public's help identifying the suspects, but the family thinks they know who's responsible.
The guy had shot my husband like 2 years ago.
I just want justice for our Mariah. She doesn't deserve to be laying there in that bed fighting for her life.
Mariah's family is waiting for the moment she wakes up.
I'm hoping that she knows that we're all here for her.
Anyone who has information about the shooting is asked to call Kerrville Police at 830-257-8181. Reporting live at University. It's been many years since improvements were made here at the Carver. About $500,000 in renovations means the Joe Long Theater gets new seats, carpet, draperies, and more.
I've seen it evolve over the years and undergo a lot of changes, and these changes are great. I mean, it's it's overdue, I think.
Michael Pleasance calls the Carver home. He has for 18 years.
It's one of the best kept secrets. There's so much history here. There's so much going on Saturday mornings.
The capoeira instructor teaches the Afro-Brazilian art form combining dance, acrobatics, and music at the Carver.
At times I have even 3 generations of the same family all practicing together. I have grandsons, dad, and his mom, grandma, all in the same class, and it's a really beautiful experience.
Center activities date back to the early 1900s. The Carver is on the National Register of Historic Places, and to many, it's the heart of the East Side. Executive Director Yanni Blanchette is excited about the facelift.
It just transforms the Joe Long Theater, which is a part of a broader transformation of not only the Carver, but of the community as well.
Not all of Michael's work for the Carver is actually at the center.
I'm here once a week, but I'm working for the Carver throughout the week, in the greater community. At some of the idea schools, we provide after-school programs for them.
He hopes generations of people continue to enjoy the arts education programs offered here. Pilar Arias, KSAT 12 News.